found in Asia, right? In Asia, you will not find people growing turmeric in the cold countries, because turmeric needs cultivate better in places where it's warm and humid. All right, so that's why you can commonly find turmeric in places like in Southeast Asia. Like, do you have friends from Philippines? If you're from Philippines, can you type Philippines? Okay, Cairo has turmeric in your backyard. Amazing. Wow. Who else? Who else is growing turmeric? From Philippines, from India. Do we have friends from India? No?
Yes, we do. Plenty.
Okay, good. So actually, so now you know that actually turmeric is not something new, okay? It has been around in Asia for thousands of years. And in India, they call it the Ayurveda. Ayurveda means the natural healing method. Okay, it's very common among Indian culture, especially, you know, if you like Indian curry, do you know that they actually add turmeric inside? If you know, type yes in the chat box. Yes, awesome. Now for Chinese, okay, I can see Dorcas is here, right? Dorcas, Chinese, Mr. Chin is here as well. So I believe you know in Chinese medicine, we also use ginger or turmeric and part of the herb and spice for healing. Am I correct? If you agree with me, say agree. Type in the chat box, agree. So I know that you are paying attention. Okay, awesome, Yvonne. I see you. Yes, good. Right. Good. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay, let's take a look at what's the components of turmeric. Okay, actually, besides curcumin, okay, curcumin is actually the yellow substance that you see inside turmeric. Okay, we call it the curcumin or curcuminols. It also has carbohydrates, protein, fats, mineral, and essential oil. All right. And what is it used for? Okay, if you have been to all my training before, do you remember the 3 A's that I always mention? The 3 A's. If you know, can you type in the chat group? What are the 3 A's? Yes, Rizwan, do you want to tell us what the 3 A's? Antioxidant, yes. Ayurveda, awesome, good job. Yes, one of the A is Ayurveda, which I've mentioned earlier, which is natural healing. So another A is actually anti-inflammatory, okay, antibacterial, all right. And you can also see in this slide that it has very high antioxidant, antifungal, and so on. All right. Okay. Next, have you heard about ORAC? You have heard about ORAC. Can you type in the chat group ORAC? O-R-A-C. Type in the chat group right now. I want to see how many people here knows or heard about ORAC. Good. Hope to see more people. Okay, good. So basically, when you measure antioxidant level of the Kangen water, what value do you use? It's quiz time, huh? ORP, yes. So actually ORP, the value, the higher the negative value is better, right? Am I correct? Type yes. Yeah, yes. But for ORAC, it's opposite, okay? The higher the value, the better. Okay, what's the full meaning of ORAC? It means oxygen radical absorption capacity. It means how much the plant can absorb the free radicals from the environment. So the higher the value, the better. So I have a list of food here. The first 3 is actually spices. Cloves has very high ORAC, as well as cinnamon and oregano, followed by turmeric. But I'm sure you don't want to take cloves every day, right? You don't want to take cinnamon. You can't afford to take cinnamon every day or oregano, right? So, but turmeric you can actually, what do the Indians do? They put in a curry, right? But do you want to take curry every day? Yes or no? If you want to take curry every day, it will add calories to your diet. So of course you do not want to take curry every day, okay? But I have, later on, I'm going to share with you a better option on how to consume turmeric every day, okay? Later on, I'm going to share you with details about our supplements, all right? So remember, the higher the ORAC value scores, the better, all right? Okay, next. Okay, I want to talk about the product origin, okay, where it comes from. Okay, Shizen no Takara is a Japanese word. Shizen means nature, Takara means treasure, all right? So, have you been to Okinawa? If you've been to Okinawa, can you type Okinawa? Are you following me? Okinawa. So no one been there before. Yeah, good. So when you arrive at the airport, how do you feel? What's your impression about Okinawa? It's very relaxed, correct? It has lots of nature. The air is very fresh. It's very different from cities like Tokyo or Osaka. Okay, because Okinawa is surrounded by nature, and hence its climate is very suitable to cultivate ukon. All right. Next is, okay, now I want to talk about spring turmeric. If you come from India, Philippines, or even Malaysia, they always talk about turmeric. No one actually, before I study about the turmeric from Okinawa, I have not heard about spring turmeric. It's only available in Okinawa for the obvious reason because Okinawa has what? Has 4 seasons, right? So we call it spring turmeric. It's when the flower of the turmeric blooms in spring, which you can see in the slide here is pink color. Okay, we call it the spring turmeric. Okay, it's packed full of essential oil and minerals, and it's good for your stomach, digestion, and it also helps to lower blood pressure and helps to break down cholesterol. All right. Next, I want to share with you is the autumn turmeric. Autumn turmeric means turmeric, the flower actually blooms in autumn only, and the color of the flower is actually white. And you can see that color of the curcumin is actually darker. It's actually darker than the spring turmeric. That's the difference. And that's why the autumn turmeric has a higher percentage of curcumin. All right. So do you know, okay, which product we have in Kangen, in Nyaji? Which product has 100% autumn turmeric? If you know the answer, can you please type in the chat group? Tea, yes, awesome. Has, okay. Right, yes. No, it's tea, okay? Not soap, not the capsule. For those capsule, it's 50% spring, 50% autumn. Isn't that awesome? Because those that you find in the supermarket is actually basically one type. All right. I'm sure Kairu, the turmeric that you grow in your backyard, it's only one type, right? Am I correct, Kairu? Yeah? Okay. Yes. Right. So this is the unique part of turmeric that's grown in Okinawa. All right. Next, another unique and special unique selling point of our ukon is actually the manufacturing process. Have you been to ukon factory? How many people here has visited our factory in Okinawa? If you have been there, can you type yes? Or me, can you type me? How many? I want to see how many people been there. Noli, Zahid, okay, Kairu. Who else? Yvonne, have you been there? I think Mr. Chin has been there as well. Awesome. Yeah. So if you've been there before, I'm sure you know that our product is 100% manufactured in Okinawa. All right. So this is our factory. Okay. And we actually contracted, okay, with the local farmers in Okinawa. There are about 400 over farmers in Okinawa, which we contracted with them. And during harvest time, they will put in the turmeric in the yellow cartons like this in the picture, and they will send it to our factory in Okinawa, okay? And then once it arrived our factory, we actually used strong Kangen water, 11.5, to wash, to pre-wash the ukon, okay? Isn't that also okay? Even no worries. Once the borders is open, I would love to invite you to our factory. You should at least go to the factory and see it for yourself. It's really amazing. If you know some manufacturing process, right? They like to bleach their product, but we don't use any bleach at all. We actually use strong Kangen water to wash the ukon. Okay, and then snakes transfer to another conveyor belt where the soil and any other impurities are sprayed off using Kangen water. Double cleanse. We cleanse many times, all right? Not just one time, but 2 or 3 times to make sure it's clean, all right? Next, it's being transported to another side of the factory where we soak the ukon into this strong acidic water. Okay, for how long? For 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, the purpose is to sanitize. Okay, and once it's done, we will slice it into 1 millimeter thin and spread onto a big tray. Why do we need to do that? Because we need to put it into an oven for about 7 hours at 72 degrees in a dryer. Why do we need to dry it? Because we need to grind into powder. Okay, once it's grind into powder, we actually send to our pharmaceutical manufacturer in Shizuoka, all right, and then they will make it into capsule. All right, I'll tell you more about what is inside the capsule. All right. And next, this is a very special process, okay, whereby they actually extract the essential oil. As I mentioned earlier, turmeric contains some important essential. So the turmeric is going through another 3 hours process to extract the essential, the oil from the turmeric to produce for our capsule as well as for our soap, okay? All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Next slide. Okay, that's for the factory. Next, I'll go on to the product knowledge. Okay. First of all, okay, you've seen how we washed it. So it's 100% pesticide free. So there's no preservative, there's no artificial color, and there's no additive substances. At the same time, do you know that our soft gel is actually patented? It's no other, you can't find any manufacturer having this technology whereby the capsule is actually combined with Kangen water. Isn't that amazing? You think it's amazing? Can you type amazing in the chat group? Okay. Yes, it's amazing. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, it's amazing, you know. And I'll show you the certificate later on, all right? Next, we also use Kangen water, strong Kangen water and strong acidic water. Okay, that's our unique selling point and unique characteristics of our capsule. Okay, next. Okay, next is the packaging technology. Okay, as you know, if you're staying in Asia or if in Europe in summer, usually the humidity is very high, correct? So in order to prevent any oxidization and to keep the capsules fresh, the capsules are packed individually, okay? And it's actually covered with a silver packaging to prevent any exposure to oxygen. Also, it is easy to carry around. So the silver packaging is like when you put in a bag, you know, there's radiation. As you know, the mobile phone emits radiation, right? So it can actually protect radiation from your phone if you put it into the bag. All right. This is also very special. And it's light and it's easy to carry around, especially when you travel. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about a lot of people ask me, you know, what's the difference between powder and liquid? Now, I need you to understand that turmeric is actually fat soluble. So it actually needs some fats, okay? So that when you mix it with some oil or fats, your body is able to absorb it. So if you simply buy the powder form from the supermarket and mix it with water, you're wasting your money because your body cannot absorb. It will simply pass out. So, and also just beware that a lot of powdered turmeric, they actually add colorings into the turmeric to make it more attractive for the consumer to buy. So coloring, as you know, is not good for the body. So actually it's not safe to consume if you do not know where the source of the turmeric is from. Okay. Next, okay. So what is our recommendation? All right. So the recommendation, if you're from Malaysia, we put the recommendation as 5 soft gels per day. All right. Can you take more? Can you take less? Yes, you can. It depends on your body. If you are sick, it means what? Your body is very acidic, right? Your body has a lot of free radicals. So in order to get rid of free radicals, in order to build up your immune system, do you think you should take more than 5 or less than 5? If you think it's more than 5, can you type more? Yeah, good. Yes. Awesome. Yes, that's right. So if you think you do not need to take 5, you want to take less than 5, it's fine. Okay, this is not drug. This is a dietary supplement. Okay, it's to supplement what is not enough, daily needs. So our recommendation is 5, but you can take more or 5, depend on your age, your health conditions, and so on. Yes, you can take 10. Yes, Winnie, awesome. Yes, all right. So far, so good. Are you following me? If you're following me, type yes. Yes, awesome. Good. You're paying attention. Good. Thank you, Shira. Thank you, Maiden. Good. Yvonne. Good. Right. Okay, now, these are the supplement fats. Okay, if you're from Malaysia, the only capsule that we are selling is actually squalene. Okay. If you're from Singapore, you're very fortunate. You're very lucky because you only need 1 permit and you can actually import squalene, vegetarian, soap, and tea. But for Malaysia, it's very strict. We need permit for each item. So we took 3 years to get the permit for the squalene. And if you're from Dubai, I believe you are taking the vegetarian type. All right. More or less it's the same. Vegetarian, the difference with the vegetarian and the squalene is that we replace with more plant-based ingredients. All right, I'll share with you later. But let's take a look at the squalene. Right, of course, in the capsule it includes the turmeric. Yeah. Besides turmeric, okay, about yellow. No, don't have to worry about the yellow substance because that's the vitamin B. Okay, because vitamin B is water soluble. Anything that's excess, it will pass out. If you take just any of the vitamin supplements, right, it also get discharged yellow. The urine turns yellow because that's the color of vitamin B. Yeah, don't have to worry. Don't have to worry. It just means there's excess and it's just pass out. All right. But if you take enough Kangen water, the urine will not be very yellowish. Yeah. All right. Yes, you can still get vegetarian ukon. Are you Miss K, Miss Lee? Are you from Philippines? Are you? I have received a message asking. Many clients are looking for vegetarian ukon. You can still order, Kuchin. You can still order through Japan, but you have to pick up from Singapore. Okay, it's a bit, the logistics one is a bit troublesome. Before I answer your, okay, I know there's questions coming in, but let me finish my slides and then I will have a Q&A at the end of my presentation. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay, now, squalene. Okay, squalene is actually from the oil from the shark, the liver oil from the shark. And we also have some small fishes like salmon and so on. As you know, squalene has a very high percentage of DHA. DHA is good for what? It's good for the, do you know the answer? DHA is actually very good for the brain. So if you want to improve your memory, then squalene, you have to take squalene. Okay, squalene is very good for memory. And the rest of the ingredients that you can see is actually vitamin B's, and ascorbic acid is simply vitamin C. If you're Singapore, do we have distributors from Singapore? If you're from Singapore, can you type Singapore? All right, John, yeah, yes, good to see you here. Now, for Singapore, you might be wondering, hey, how come the terms are very different from Singapore? Don't worry, they are all the same. The reason why the ingredients term is different is because that's the requirement from the government. In Malaysia, we have to put it according to their requirement. But it's the same. In Singapore, ascorbic acid is vitamin C, and the rest is vitamin B, different type of vitamin B's. Yeah. So don't worry, they're all the same. It's just the terms are different. Okay. So for talking about the vegetarian, they have the evening primrose. Okay, it's very good for the ladies. They like to take the vegetarian type because it's good for the skin. Evening primrose. We also have the olive oil. We have the flaxseed oil, and so on. All right. All right. The product quality. Now I'm going to show you the certificates. Right. Okay. This certificate is issued by the Shizuoka Food Hygiene Association. Okay. It shows that it's a approved food product from Shizuoka. That's where our pharmaceutical manufacturer is located. Next, we have the GMP Compliance Good Manufacturing Practice from the Japan Health and Nutrition Food Association. All right. And then we also, this is the cert for the soft gel capsule. This is the patent. All right. And next, this is from the FDA.